Hello friends, myself Sunil Kumar Jadhav. Welcome back to my channel. Standard 10th Mathematics Chapter 15 Probability. Probability is quite easier chapter and students can score good marks in this chapter. So I am going to explain this chapter and the important example of this chapter. By writing these examples you should get good marks. So let us begin with it. Here I have taken one of the question which is given in textual example. So let us start with this video. Share with your friend so that this video can be useful for them also, and subscribe my channel for more updates. Let us begin. Chapter 15 Probability. Question: find the probability of getting a head when a coin is tossed once. We have to toss the coin for one time and we have to find out what is the probability to get. What is that? Coin is tossed. Find the probability of getting head. That is number one. Also find the probability of getting tail. So means here we want to find out two probabilities. Once the coin tossed and we want to find out the probability of getting head, and second the probability of getting tail. So let us begin with this. First of all, what are the two outcomes? We will write it here. Answer. We can write it here. That is the probability of, or we can say the number of possible outcomes. Number of possible outcomes when experiment carried out. Which experiment? That is probability to getting a head when the coin is tossed. So what is the experiment here? That is tossing a coin is the experiment, and we wanted to go for a number of possible outcomes when the experiment carried out. What are those two possible outcomes? We know that is head, which we give it as H, and second one that is tail, and tail, that is T. These are the two possible outcomes, either head or tail. So now what they have asked, find the probability of getting a head when the coin is tossed. Let us write this event to get head as E. Let E be the event. What is the event? That is getting head, getting a head. So this will consider as the event E, getting a head. Then the number of favorable outcomes of E will be 1. You know, either it will come head or tail. So what is the probable outcomes of getting head? That is 1. So here first of all we'll write the formula, that is PE is equal to, we know the formula, number of outcomes favorable to E. That is for event E divided by, we know, number of all possible outcomes. To getting a head, what is the probability? Number of outcomes favorable to event E. What is event E? Event E is to getting a head. You know, once it would get head, another time it may get tail. So number of outcomes favorable to event E to get a head is 1, and number of all possible outcomes is equal to 2. That is either head or tail. So if we can find out this value, then it would be 0.5. So PE is equal to 1 upon 2. Similarly, what is the second thing that we have to find out? Also find the probability of getting a tail. This is, I will give it number 1. Now number 2, we have to find out the probability of getting tail. So I will write the same way. Let A be the event What is that event? Find the probability to getting a tail. So I'll write that event is what? It is getting a tail. Similar way, we will have to write the formula, that is PA is equal to number of outcomes favorable to event A divided by number of all possible outcomes. This formula you will have to write it in the examination, but here I am writing it very shortly, so I am not writing it. PA is an event to getting a tail, so that I'll write it P. What is the probability of getting tail? That also we know. What is the probability of getting tail? That is number of outcomes favorable to event A is 1, and what are the total number of outcomes? That would be 2. So which is also equal to 0.5. And we can see that these are the two events E and A. Both are the complementary event to each other. We know that sum of all the complementary event is equal to 1. So 0.5 plus 0.5 is equal to 1. These are the only two possible outcomes. Hence, event E and event A are the only two elementary events of this particular experiment. So here I hope you understand, and this is quite easier chapter. Student can score good marks, so prepare this particular chapter and score good marks. Share with your friends also, they can also understand this chapter clearly and they should also get good marks in the examination. Subscribe my channel for the further updates. Thank you so much.